I suspected my wife was planning a divorce, so I moved my assets. 2 weeks later, she filed, then panicked when she realized what I'd done. The signs were obvious once I started looking. Laura had been distant for months, but last Tuesday I found her browser history. Divorce lawyers, apartment listings, articles about alimony in our state. She'd been researching for weeks, maybe months. She didn't know I'd seen it. I kept acting normal, bringing her coffee in bed, asking about her day, planning our anniversary dinner. Meanwhile, I was making my own plans. First, I called my brother Todd. I need you to invoice me for that loan from 10 years ago. What loan? I never loaned you money. Yes, you did. $50,000 for your business that failed. Remember? He caught on quick. Oh, right, that loan. You want me to send official documentation? Everything. Make it look real. Backdated, interest included. Second, I sold my vintage motorcycle collection to my cousin for $1. Officially, the bike's worth $40,000. Sold for $1 with a contract stating I could buy them back anytime for $2. He stored them in his garage. Third, I moved money around. Nothing illegal. I just prepaid bills. 2 years of utilities in advance. Prepaid my mother's nursing home for 3 years. Bought gift cards for groceries, gas, everything I'd need. Technically spending the money, not hiding it. Laura filed on a Monday. She walked into the kitchen with papers and this triumphant smile. I want a divorce, Brian. I've been unhappy for years. Okay, I said, not looking up from my newspaper. Her smile faltered. That's it? Just okay? What else should I say? You've clearly made up your mind. She'd expected begging, anger, something, not acceptance. I want half of everything. The house, savings, your investments. Of course, that's fair. Her lawyer was aggressive. First meeting, he laid out their demands. Half the house value, half my retirement, half the savings, plus alimony since Laura had been a stay-at-home wife for 8 years. I slid a folder across the table. Here's my complete financial disclosure. The lawyer opened it and his face changed. This shows you have $12,000 in savings. That's correct. But your wife says you had over $200,000. Had. Past tense. I've been paying debts. I showed him Todd's loan documentation. My brother called in an old loan. $50,000 plus interest. Paid in full last week. Laura went pale. That's not real. Todd never loaned you money. Todd was happy to testify under oath that he had all the documentation to prove it. Where's your motorcycle collection? The lawyer asked. Sold them. Times are tough. For how much? $1. Laura actually screamed. You can't sell 40,000 in bikes for $1. I needed quick cash. My cousin bought them. Here's the receipt. The house had 2 mortgages I'd taken out to pay for Laura's failed businesses over the years. After the debt, the equity was maybe 30,000. Her half would be 15,000. My retirement had a loan against it. Completely legal. Used to pay off her credit cards last year. The value was essentially nothing. The lawyer kept digging. What about your income? She gets alimony. Actually, I'm planning to retire early. Stress from the divorce. I'll be living off my prepaid expenses and the kindness of family. You can't just quit your job to avoid alimony. I'm not avoiding anything. The divorce is affecting my mental health. I need time to heal. Laura was shaking. Where's our money, Brian? What money? The money I spent paying your business debts? The money I used to pay back my brother? The money that went to your credit cards? Be specific. She tried everything. Hidden asset investigators found nothing because I hadn't hidden anything. I'd spent it, legally. Prepaying bills isn't hiding money. Selling assets for cheap to family members is stupid, but not illegal. Her lawyer dropped her after she couldn't pay his retainer. She had to get a public defender for the divorce. The final settlement gave her $15,000 for the house. No alimony because I had no job, and half of the $12,000 in savings. $6,000. She'd spent $8,000 on her original lawyer. After the divorce finalized, interesting things happened. My cousin sold me back my bikes for $2. My brother forgave the loan after I helped him with some house repairs. My job welcomed me back after my sabbatical with a raise for my renewed dedication. Laura called last week crying. She'd found out about everything. You planned this, just like you planned the divorce, except I planned better. I'm living in a studio apartment. I can't afford anything. You should have thought about that before deciding I was just a wallet to split open. You destroyed me. No, you destroyed us. I just made sure you didn't profit from it. She still texts sometimes, begging for help. I don't respond. She wanted half of everything. She got it. Half of what I made sure was nothing. Turns out when you plan a divorce in secret, you should make sure your spouse isn't better at planning than you are.